Tiny Rebel, Cwtch.
And remember, life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. The sun is over the yard arm, which means it's time for a beer. And I've got a can of Tiny Rebel, Cwtch, Welsh Red Ale. Now, I've had a few from Tiny Rebel before, and they've all been good. And I saw this, it was quite cheap actually, it was only, I think it's $2.10 or $2.20 a can. And I've never had Welsh Red Ale before. I've seen Scottish Red Ale before, never Welsh Red Ale, so this is, I assume, something they've come up with. Now, Tiny Rebel, I'm not sure whether you're aware of them, they're based down in Wales in a place called Newport. Recently, there was a bit of controversy about them because they got taken to court by that fucking bellend, what's his name, Hugo Boss, because they used Boss in one of their beers, and Hugo Boss didn't like it. They think they got the fucking monopoly on that, and they took Tiny Rebel to court. Just try and stop them from using it, and Hugo Boss won in the end because Tiny Rebel can't compete with people like that. I'm all for the independent brewer. I think if you wear Hugo Boss, you're a cunt. That's my opinion. I think the clothes are fucking overpriced, fucking toot. I wouldn't fucking give you $5 for any of them, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, they got taken to court and they had to relent, and that was unfortunate, but ever since I heard about that, that was great publicity for them. I started investigating Tiny Rebel and started buying some of their beers, and their beers are brilliant. I've tried, I think, 3 or 4 of them, and they've all been nigh on 10s. And I saw this and I thought, right, I'm going to get some of this. As I say, it's $2.20 a can, and it looks quite good. So let's stop gassing and let's start drinking. Right, this is a 330ml bottle. It's not a fucking bottle, is it? It's a can. It's a 330ml can. It is Welsh Red Ale, as I say. Never had one of them before. It is 4.6% ABV. On the back of it, it's got its nose is toffee and citrus. It's red. It's a red ale. The taste is malty and fruity. Now that sounds like a winner to me. Cwtch is probably the best word ever. It's pronounced butch. Do you know what? I actually did my Welsh translation there because I've got a Welsh mate and he's given me a few pointers onto the Welsh language. I think the Welsh language, no offence to any Welsh viewers out there, but it's like someone's got a load of Scrabble, just thrown it up in the air, or someone was cheating at Scrabble and they had some shit letters and thought, fuck it, we'll make our own language up and we'll give it to the Welsh. That's my theory. There's absolutely no evidence for that, but it's a fact. Alright? And it simply means a hug full of love. Is that what it means? A hug full of love? Right. Right, let's get it open and let's see what's going on. On the nose, they're saying, what are they saying on the nose? Toffee and citrus. Well, definite citrus there. Yeah, I suppose you could call that toffee. It smells intriguing. There's like grapefruit and pine coming off that. They're the dominant sort of aromas. The caramel was a bit subdued on that one, but let's get it into the glass. Maybe I'll get more out of the glass. Oh yeah, that is a lovely amber colour. You can see that. I'm trying to get a bit of a head going on that. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, lovely amber colour. You can see that. Dark amber, light carbonation. 1.5 finger frothy white head on the nose. Oh, now there's more caramel on this, yes. And that's weird because there's not much citrus. It's weird, out of the can, it was all hops. Now that is real strong caramel. And there's no other way to describe that, but it just smells like caramel. It smells really nice. Let's get it down the hatch and see what's going on. Yeah, that's not bad. My immediate thought on that was this is an American attempt at a British IPA or British Pale Ale. Possibly an IPA. But as I'm drinking it, I don't think I've ever tasted a beer with a caramel is so pronounced. It really does taste of caramel. It's really good, and it's almost like it's got a creamy mouthfeel, and I don't mean like a sort of a buttery diacetyl type. It's just like super smooth. Well, you can see that anyway from the carbonation. There's a little touch of carbonation in there, but that goes down super smooth. And they're saying the taste is malty and fruity. Malty, definitely, without a doubt. A huge caramel malt on that. Yeah, and there is fruit. Peach would be the immediate fruit that comes to mind. See, it's reminded me of, you know, the Goose Island stuff. They've got this right. Tiny Rebel have got this right, and I think this is what Goose Island IPA was. They were trying to do that Goose IPA, but they've just bombarded it with fruit and given it just a horrible, overbearing fruit flavour, which tastes, you know, they've gone beyond the pale with the fruit. On here, they've got the balance perfect because, yeah, I'm getting the big caramel malt on that, but there's subtle fruit which just tops this off, and this is super drinkable. You know, I'm knocking this back and it's going down really well. Yeah, and I'm getting that. I'm getting the flavour of the Goose Island IPA. I'll tell you something, right? With this beer, this is what Goose Island were trying to do, and fucked it up massively. And Tiny Rebel have done that, made it their own, and got it bang on. And I love it. This is absolutely fantastic. If the roles were reversed and Goose Island were doing this, I'd be absolutely loving it. And if Tiny Rebel did what Goose Island are doing, I'd say, this is fucking terrible. But they haven't. I know they're a small brewer, and, you know, Goose Island IPA is, you know, it's a massive selling. I don't even know if it's brewed in the States, what we get over here. It could be brewed here or whatever. But it ain't good. And I know I'm comparing the two, but the flavours are very similar. The caramel malt on the Goose Island IPA is just disappears in the background, and, you know, the emphasis is on the fruit, and it's not nice. It's not a nice flavour, in my opinion. Of course, all these reviews are my opinion. You know, you might like it. That's fair enough. Fill your boats, but I didn't. Really nice. The caramel on that is huge. It is just massive. That, if ever you want to taste what caramel malt tastes like, this is a really, really good example. It's got like a creamy mouthfeel to it, which makes you just want to just drink more and more of it. And it tastes great. And I'm absolutely loving it. So what's the verdict on this? Well, it's the first time I've tried Welsh Red Ale before. Initial impression is it's absolutely lovely, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Tiny Rebel, because the ones that I've tasted from Tiny Rebel have been amazing, and I've only tried a few. I'll tell you something, they're consistently good. I've not had a bad one yet, and this is no exception, and I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It's a new one on me, Welsh Red Ale, and what they describe on the back, you know, the nose is toffee and citrus. I was getting citrus out of the can, but on the nose, out of the glass, huge caramel malts. The taste is malty and fruity, yeah. Big malt, big. Well, no, it's not big. It's subtle fruit. It's, you know, subtle peach and subtle mango. There's no real sort of grapefruit bitterness on that. But that's what I was getting on the nose out of the can. But either way, this is brilliant. It's a 9 out of 10, and I urge you, it's only £2 a can. Get yourself some of that. You will love it. I love it, and I recommend it. Well done, Tiny Rebel. And remember, beer is working class champagne.